I don't want to do this. Hi, what's up? Hello, it's Katie Colson, and we're here to do a moving vlog, okay? Or at least part one of what will probably be 3, 4, 5. I have no idea how many parts. But in this segment, we are going to be packing up my apartment. So basically, I'm going to take you on a kind of journey between the end of August all through September and then the beginning of October in me packing up my apartment. So all the little things I had to do, including packing up many of my books, all of the books that I have not read, which took a little while because I need them for my backgrounds and stuff. So I was kind of like hesitant on what to pack away, but I am also very anxious about packing and I want to pack things away as fast as possible because I want the move to be over with. And I feel like if I'm constantly packing, then I'm getting things done that is going to perpetuate the move, even though that is not true. It's still going to take the same amount of time, but like mentally, you like trick yourself into believing these things. So I'm going to be taking you along that journey. And then hopefully in the next segment, I will get to the last leg of that, moving into the new apartment and then maybe styling it, creating new bookshelves. It's going to be really exciting. I am really looking forward to creating content about moving, even though I am not looking forward to moving at all because I'm very habitual. I don't want to move out of this apartment. I don't want to go somewhere new. I'm like so scared to do that. But I know that bringing you all along with me is going to be very comforting. And I know that a lot of you have been asking for moving vlogs, which is, very comforting as well. The fact that you are like interested in seeing that, how many people have been asking me how the moving is going is really sweet of you. And I really appreciate that. So that is very, very nice. If you want to see anything in particular in these moving vlogs and you want to comment that down below, that would be amazing. But what this vlog is going to be is basically me doing time lapses of like boxing things away, cleaning things, and then popping in like every week basically and telling you what I've been reading, because I think that chronicling what I'm reading is going to really like transport me and remind me of what I was doing at the time, because that's what I did when I was doing like panic projects during COVID. Is I was listening to audiobooks or physically reading books, and whenever I think about those books, I think about the project that I was doing when I was reading them. So that's what I'm kind of trying to come across with this video. So I'll be popping in, letting you know what I've been reading, and it's not going to be like summaries of the books or really big reviews. It's just to kind of jog my memory later on what I was reading. So it's going to be very chaotic in the reading content. And I know y'all love chaotic content. So look forward to that. And let's jump right in back to what I believe was like the end of August. Hello, it is August 31st. And if I get approved for the apartment that I want, I will move in on November 7th, and the lease is up for this current apartment on November 6th. Bit of a time crunch there. I am hoping that this apartment will let me extend the lease by like 2 days and just prorate and pay like a little bit more on the rent. I don't see why they wouldn't do that, but it's not a guarantee. If they won't let me do it, I can do this. Like, I can do it. Grace lives in the same apartment complex that I want to move into, and she said that she's totally willing for me to keep stuff there, and she is going to help me move in. God bless Grace. She's freaking amazing. So I can do it. But listen, I've been doing a bunch of panic projects. I want to move in right now. I want this to be over with. I just want this stress to be done, to be over. I want to organize. I want to just move out and move in. It's a lot of stress. I don't want to do it. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of changing my habits and changing my routine. Really, really stresses me out, really freaks me out. So I've been trying to Grace was like, just go ahead and pack up your stuff. I'm like, I don't move for over 2 months from now. She's like, yeah, but just do it. I'm like, I can't, because I don't own that much stuff. Like, I really don't own like an excess of stuff, I don't feel like. So there's not really things that I can pack away, but luckily I'll go ahead and show you what I have been doing. And hopefully this vlog will be like me popping in on like the different days throughout these months and showing you what I'm doing. So what I've already done is Grace is letting me borrow these bins to help me like move stuff with. And the only thing that I have packed away, which was actually Grace's suggestion, is I have a bin in here and I'm going to stack these up over here. But this is going to be like backstock of kitchen and bathroom stuff, like extra, like I already have one of these open, extra sponges, extra vitamins, stuff like that. So they are things that I might need before I move, but then I can just come back here, open this, and redo it or whatever. But I am trying to do stuff like that. And then also I was considering taking my books out of like, I'll show you. So these are my black, white, gray, and series. So this is not a TBR. I could conceivably go ahead and pack these away, but I don't need to. And I might need to access these books. I'm not sure. But what I want to do right now is my apartment. During COVID, I painted all of the doors this like peachy orangey color that I created with like 3 different pints of paint from Home Depot. And I'm going to have to repaint those. I did paint the walls, but it's like an off-white color and you just have to paint them back white. So they're not going to need me to paint that. I'm just going to have to do patch ups. And luckily I kept some of the paint, so we'll be good with that. But I went to Home Depot. I painted 3 doors. So this one, the closet door, and the bathroom door. But it took 3 coats of paint. And I'm really scared because I think that it's going to be really hard to paint it back white. But I went to Home Depot and picked up some like rollers and like bins and everything. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And just to catalog like the reading experience, because when I did this during COVID, I didn't catalog that. I didn't vlog it. And my memories of doing those projects is the books that I was listening to on audio. So while I paint my doors, I am listening to A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. And I am really enjoying it. I kind of want to start the book again because I feel like I wasn't paying enough attention. And shit is getting wild in this book. But anyway, I'm going to paint the doors. Hey, it's September 2nd and I'm back on my bullshit. Okay, this is only the beginning of this video, I think. So me saying back on my bullshit, like you guys are really gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? But right now is like the preliminary panic, and I've been living in this preliminary panic for like 2 months. We're in the thick of it. So, a book update. I started and finished He Started It by Samantha Downing, who is the same author of one of like my favorite thrillers, which is The Good Wife. My Lovely Wife. Wow. Anyway, My Lovely Wife. Loved it. He Started It is like a road trip adventure thriller kind of thing about a group of siblings who their grandfather passed away and said, you have to go on this road trip that they had gone on when they were kids. And is like, he passes away and says, if you want to get your inheritance, which is like $1 million each, you're going to go on this road trip. And they go on the road trip and it's like a bunch of secrets from when they were younger and like how their family's so messed up. And I really enjoyed it. It was such a good book to listen to while I was doing stuff like this because I need something just like fun and like frivolous. And what I said before about A Lesson in Vengeance, I'm actually gonna have to like physically buy that book and probably buy the audio and read it again because I have no freaking idea what I was reading. And in this kind of time in my life, like it's really hard to really focus on something. Like I need to focus, but like not have to really logically think. So He Started It was so much fun. Already finished it, gave it 4 stars. I'm probably not going to think about it again, but like it was a good time. It really got me through staying up until 4 a.m. randomly obsessing about stuff. So I took 2 giant garbage bags of stuff to Goodwill. Things that I was just like, I don't want to move with this. I need to pass this on. I need to get rid of it. I really don't own that much stuff, so me getting rid of stuff is a little bit redundant at this point, but I did that. And then I also, speaking of staying up till 4 a.m. 2 nights in a row, I ended up packing all of this stuff. Like, well, this is just like packing like things that I can put in stuff like bubble wrap or whatever. But then I have like bookish merch in here, like plant hangers. These are things that like I might use in my next apartment. And then I have things that just like aren't really going to fit in a box very easily, like an ironing board and mirrors and stuff. Painting things that I might need for the next apartment, like rollers that are unused. And this is stuff from my desk, but there's extra things like tape, which I'm like, I'll leave it open just in case. I have all of my gaming stuff. Like, I'll show you because it's completely empty now. So this entertainment center right here, which I'm hoping that my roommate is going to let me keep because I don't think she wants it. This is where all of my, like my Nintendo Sega and GameCube and all of that was in here. So hopefully I'll be able to keep it and take it with me. But I cleared all of this out. I feel like I've done something else. Oh, okay. So I was actually going through, my roommate's mom was supposed to come by today and pick up a bunch of her stuff. And I thought she was going to have to, like, she was really getting all of her stuff and I was like panicking. So I ended up going through like this cabinet in here because this is, my roommate and I have conjoined our stuff for the last like years and years. So I ended up combining like all of her like liquid stuff and alcohol and then like all of her spices and stuff like that in here. But then now her mom isn't coming. So I just gonna put all my stuff back. But I did start An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. This is like about a girl who is kind of like low on money and she finds her way into kind of taking part in this like psychological ethics behavioral study. And it's like sitting in front of a computer and a computer's asking her questions like, oh, what would you do if this? Or like, what's the worst thing you've ever done? Like, have you ever hurt anybody you love? And then they're testing a bunch of like 50 different people and seeing what they do and what they say. And this girl is proving to be the most like interesting and messed up kind of like mentally. So they're focusing on her. No idea why. Don't know what's going on. But I'm on like page 50. And this is also proving to be a very entertaining read. I'm really liking reading it while I'm doing all this because clearly mentally I'm not having a great time right now, but this is like keeping me engaged and like excited and able to like do tasks. So that's today's update. Hi, hello. It is September 12th, and I have read a couple of books in the last like 11 or 12 days since we've spoken last. I finished An Anonymous Girl by Sarah Beckinen and Greer Hendricks. Yeah, okay. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. It was fun. It's a little thriller, you know, it was interesting. Then I started reading The Wife Between Us, and these are books that are on, all of these books I'm going to talk about are on my TBR that I want to read before I move. I started reading this. I actually got to 75% of the way through and then DNF'd it because I set it down to start Misery by Stephen King and realized that I just don't care. Like, I literally kept looking at this book and going, I don't feel like picking it back up. And then deciding, I don't care enough. I don't care enough to finish it. So I DNF'd it. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the book. There's really not. Both of them are fun and fresh. They're thrillers. I just thought, I don't know. An Anonymous Girl, I kind of connected with the storyline more. It's more about like cheating and a wife trying to figure out like what her husband's doing. And then The Wife Between Us, it was just too convoluted. I didn't like it. Anyway, whatever. I think I'm going to give that 2 stars, even though I only got 75% of the way through. And then I also read 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. This is the one that's about COVID, where it's like, like these 2 people like move in together because they started dating right before COVID. And then they're like, oh, well, it only lasts 2 weeks. We should move in together. It'll be like a little bubble. And then yikes, COVID gets way worse. And then one of them ends up dead. Oh my God, what? You'll see there's a lot of tabs. I love the COVID talk. The mystery ended up being like, the writer just really dropped the ball in the end. I was like, okay, can we like get to the fucking point? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, read that. I gave it 3.5 stars. Some of it I loved. I am currently reading Misery, and I'm also reading Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I know, shocked. What am I doing? But I'm actually making this update because I have told myself I'm not going to pack up my books because Meg from Meg with Books wants to do a scavenger hunt, like one of those like booktuber battles with me. And I was like, okay, Katie, don't pack up your books. I've already packed up the merch. But I was like, she's going to do one of those and I'm going to need the books for that. So stopping myself because I can't do it this early. But I did get approved for the apartment. I'm so excited. Okay, so I got approved for the apartment that is in Grace's apartment complex. So I'm like so excited about that. And I kept calling like, are you sure? Like, is this set in stone? Because I need to know. And the woman was like, yeah, you're good, fam. I was like, ah! So like, I still have to like pay the rent, change over all the utilities. I have to do everything, but it's only like September 12th. So we're good. But yeah, that is the apartment update and the reading update for now. It is September 14th. I do not remember what update I gave you last on what I was reading, but if I didn't tell you, I DNF'd The Wife Between Us at 75% because I just didn't care. I just didn't care. And then now I am about 100, maybe a little bit less than 100 pages from finishing Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, and this is such a ride. I've never read a book like this. I don't read romance that often, like ever, and I never physically read it. I think that Red, White, and Royal Blue might be the only like romance I've ever physically read, and this one is very smutty. It's YA. I'm having such a good time. You can tell by the tabs. I'm like, is this who I am now? It's not who I am now. It's just, this is my personality of the week. Hello, Gemini. This is who I am right now, and I'm digging it, and now it's like throwing me off of my entire TBR, okay? Because this was new to my TBR. After I made that video, and then now I want to go buy a bunch of smutty books because it's my flavor of the week, okay? So I'm almost done with that one, and then I just now, before I picked up this camera, finished Misery by Stephen King. So this is a video that Grace and I are doing together. I think Punk 57 and Misery are going to be really, like, books that I remember through this whole process because Grace and I read this together. You can tell the tabs, like, oh my God, Stephen King freaking does it. I have such a tumultuous relationship with him because his books are usually way too freaking long, and he just says such dumb stuff sometimes. Like, he uses the N-word. He likes to talk about rape a lot. It's not like he really shows rape in his books, but he talks about it too much. And this one was such an amazing surprise. So Grace and I buddy read this together, which is fantastic. And then what I have done since I talked to you last is I just spent 2.5 hours or 3 hours packing this box because I was just like redoing it, like basically like reorganizing it to see what could fit in what and like what I could fit inside the little nooks and crannies, because organization just gives me so much joy. And then unboxing things, and then like I was like, I put the sugar in here, I like duct tape or taped it shut, and then I also redid this. I think I showed you this before. These fit in here, but these are the ones I use the most often. And then I have some small spices in there, and then I was struggling because I couldn't find a box that would fit like some of the stuff. You can't see it, but it's literally like right here. I didn't have a box that was tall enough, so I taped shut the sides, and then I'll just carry it like this. And I was like, I'm a freaking genius. Anyway, so that would basically, like, all that's going to fit in there. This I'm planning on transferring over to something like this. That's a plan anyway. So I left that out. And then these two are really jankety, and I've had them for a very long time. They're from IKEA, so I think I'm going to end up getting rid of these. And I love this spice, but for the life of me, can't remember what it is. So that's awkward. Also, random update on my job. So the dude that I absolutely hate, I think I've talked about him before, but the stupid ass bar manager that's literally a misogynistic piece of absolute shit. He got in a little man tizzy and he quit. And then a week later, another manager quit. And then this girl I work with got absolutely fucking wasted, and Grace and I had to like beg for her to keep her job. And she did, but she's on thin ass ice. Do y'all care? I mean, I think you would, because the restaurant industry is very interesting. But yeah, it's been tumultuous as always. And I think that's all I have to say for September 14th. I guess I'll hit you back up when I finish some more books. Hello, it is September 21st, and I just cleared out, as you would have seen, my bookshelf. So the one that is in my living room. I'll show you here. This is the one that my roommate built for me, and I absolutely adore this bookshelf, but because she built it, like, I can't get another one. So I don't know if I'm gonna take this with me to my new apartment, because I have more books than can fit on this, obviously, and I don't want mismatched bookshelves. So I'm kind of having a crisis about this. But these are all the books. I was like, damn, I did not think that it was going to be that many boxes. Clearly, you can tell that I ran out of boxes and just started using random stuff. But what I did, I tried to pack them in there as nicely and protectively as possible. So what I did was the ones that have tabs. You can't tell because well, actually, where is it? Oh, it's this one. Okay. So you can't tell because this one's right there, but I put them where the tabs are up, facing upward, so nothing is sitting on top of them so that the tabs won't get messed up. And then I also started packing away some of this shelf. So normally this top one would just be my TBR, and then this one would be my rainbow shelf. But what I did was I kind of separated it so that the TBR is like right here. And then I've read that one, and that one, and that one. But then Bunny I'm wanting to reread in October, so I left that out. But I couldn't fit those 4 and all of those in the boxes that I have. I have to wait till I get more. So this will still be a background for my videos is basically what I'm thinking. And then also I just finished, like right at the end of doing that, I just finished The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. And I have another Lisa Jewell that you would have seen me put away, which was Then She Was Gone, which I absolutely adore Then She Was Gone. And this one definitely had Then She Was Gone vibes. It, like, for me, wasn't as good as Then She Was Gone because it wasn't as terrifying, but it was still really good. Anyway, I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It was surprisingly really sapphic, like really sapphic. And I was like totally down for it. So I really liked it. It's definitely my second best Lisa Jewell that I've ever read. So I guess that's going to wrap it up for September 21st. Oh my God, we're getting down to business because we have less than a month. I'm fine. It's totally fine. It's definitely October. That one I know for sure. It's either the 9th or the 10th. Not gonna bet my life on it though. So what I have done is clearly packed up a little bit more stuff, but I've gotten very organized, okay? Like the boxes have gotten organized. Let me show you a couple things because I'm very proud of myself, okay? So over here, clearly, got a couple boxes there. Cool, got the biggest one, yikety. But over here, oh my God, I put the boxes inside the shelf so they stack. Am I a freaking genius? Like, I was like, how did I not think of doing that before? Amazing. Also, hilariously, almost all of these boxes, like not this, because these are empty boxes, but these two down here and all of this are books. What? Good God. I didn't even think I owned that many books, but apparently I was mistaken. But these are empty boxes right here. Yes, I stole them from my job. They've been sitting in the same place for months and no one has used one. So I'm like, I mean, I'm going to give them back afterwards, so it's really not that big a deal, but whatever. I stole them. I'm a thief in the night. And then I have just some bins that Grace let me borrow because I don't know where she gets these bins from, but I swear they like multiply like rabbits. Like every time I think that I'm out of stuff to like store stuff in and like pack stuff away, she just gives me 3 more boxes. Like, where does she keep all of these? I don't understand. Like, they're huge. Like this one, where does she put that? I don't know. Anyway, over here, I also have, like, this is full of, like, just packing stuff. Like, not packing peanuts, but, like, those little air pockets. And, like, bubble wrap. And then just another bin from Grace. Like, is she a manufacturer of these? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, so I did that. And then my roommate came by. And you'll kind of notice, like, in the background here, lots of stuff, like, random things. She came by to pack away some stuff. That was a little anxiety-ridden because she was, like, packing away things. And I was like, I think we bought that together. But like I'm not like, totally sure, so I don't want to say anything. But then also I did a little something with the shelves. So I ended up taking off everything that I had not read. So this is completely TBR territory now. And there was a book there because I took it off. It's X-Hex. I'm reading that right now. And then I have over here is the books that I have read this month. So speaking of that, let's get into a couple things that I've read. Let's see. I DNF'd Muse of Nightmares. I don't even know if I said, but I read Stranger Dreamer. I don't know if I told you that, but I read Stranger Dreamer and I gave it like 3.5 stars. I read Girls of Paper and Fire, gave it 4 stars. Listened to the audiobook. I DNF'd Watch Over Me. It was so bored. Like nothing fucking happens in this. Literally nothing happens. I was so bored. I was like 75% of the way through it and I was like, I don't care to know what happens in the end. And it's a tiny book. Like I could have finished it in like half an hour and was like, no. I read Bunny and like, this is like one of the greatest books of all time. I'm literally obsessed. I was rereading it and realized that when I read it for the first time a year and a half ago, I had been completely mistaken about what happens in the book. How's that possible? Like, how's that possible? I was totally wrong. So I got to read it again for the first time. And again, second time, 5 out of 5 stars, favorite of all time, literally obsessed. And then I just finished the Year of the Witching, and I'm not sure. I think I'm going to also give this 3.5 stars. I'm going to give it 4 because it's very atmospheric, but I don't understand why it needed to be a series. It's really good writing. Like, the writing is phenomenal. And then what I'm reading right now, I don't know where the book, I think it's in my car. I'm reading the X-Hex, which I guess you can just see the cover like that. But it's all falling. I am also listening to Malice by Heather Walter, and I want to be such gay trash for this. I really hope I am. I want to be gay trash. This is a really big book reading update because I have read so many books this month, and it's only possibly October 9th or 10th, but I'm reading so fast and reading so many audiobooks and even physical books because the anxiety is so strong. It's so strong. I swear on the last couple of days of moving, I'm just going to be sitting there on the ground listening to an audiobook and like physically reading a different book at the same time instead of packing because I'm going to be freaking out. Oh my God. Speaking of freaking out, I've got to tell you one more thing before I let you go. I know this update is so long. Forgive me. But let me tell you, this is the moment of the reveal. Let me tell you what happened first. I have a Sherpa heart-shaped pillow on my bed. Love it. Amazing. So soft. It's like firm. It's amazing. I went to wash it before I packed it away. And my dumb ass washed it with a green blanket. It's a white Sherpa pillow. I'm just going to let you go ahead and assume what happened. I accidentally dyed it green. So I tried using, it was like, I don't have bleach, so I tried using baking soda and white distilled vinegar to see if it would work. It did a pretty damn good job. Wow. I mean, you can still tell. It's dropping. You can still tell. So I don't know if I'll be able to completely fix it, but I think if I wash it again with bleach when I get bleach, I think I might be able to fix it. It's still green though. It's a big yikes. I really hope yeah, it's still green, especially over here. I'm so sad. It's so sad. And I don't want to wash it again because it's going to unsherpify. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to fix it because I don't sell it anymore, which sucks. And it's a moment on my bed. But anyway, this has been the longest update. Thanks for sticking through it. And I will let you go on whatever day of October this turned out to be. Psych! There is no other update because I realized that this vlog is already like half an hour or more long. So I figured I would end this episode now and then have another episode, hopefully like at the end of October, beginning of November, making like the big move between packing up all of this stuff and then taking it to the new apartment. And we'll see how that goes. And there isn't a really exciting update is that because my parents both have recently retired, they said they might come and visit me at my new apartment or possibly help me move, and that is really exciting because they have never, well, my dad has never come to visit me. My mom has come to visit me twice, and I've lived here for like 8 years, so that is pretty amazing. I am very excited about that, like very excited about it. I'm also, of course, I've already mentioned so many times in this video, but it's like, of course, I keep thinking it, so I keep saying it, is that I'm very nervous to move. I kind of want to do all of it alone because I just want to like really hone in on like just doing projects and like putting earphones in and not listening to anything and just being like, I need to organize, I need to like get everything together. So that That's gonna be fun. Let me know what you want to see in these videos. If you think that the reading content, do I need to do more pop-ins with the reading content? Was the reading content unnecessary and I should just focus on the vlogs? I kind of wanted to incorporate both, especially for my own sake. So you let me know what you're thinking. Let me know anything you want to see in the new apartment, because I am thinking of like different decor I want to do and things like that. And especially what you want to see in my bookshelves, because I am going to be getting pretty much an entirely new book setup. So like an entirely new background for my videos, which is also very exciting. I'm very, very excited about that. And I know that Grace is going to be helping me move, which is amazing. Obviously, I knew she would, but that's so exciting. So I want to thank all of you for getting this far into the video. For anyone who watched this video who is either entertained or cares, both, whatever, about me moving and my own personal life. I think that is very touching. Like when you guys come here to watch things that aren't just me talking about books, like that's pretty cool. If you've gotten this far into the video, we'll leave let's leave the box emoji, like the packing box, because this is what we're doing in this video, is packing things up. So leave that emoji if you've gotten this far. If you want to follow me on Goodreads or Instagram, they are going to be linked down below. I do post more on my stories on Instagram than you're going to find here on my YouTube channel. And then I also do post a lot more updates about my reading probably on Goodreads than I do on YouTube. But if you want to follow those, they are linked down below, as well as a lot of other links like my Ko-Fi and like Amazon and other things like that. I am considering starting a Patreon, maybe? I don't know. Don't hold me to it. I have no idea. That terrifies me. But when I get to my new apartment and get settled in, I am considering doing it. Let me know what you think about that. I'm scared. Let me know what you think about it. But anyway, I hope you are having an amazing day, evening, night, dusk, dawn, whatever it is you're having right now. And I will see you soon in a moving vlog coming soon. Bye.